What if I told you that the most powerful thing you can do after a breakup isn't texting them, calling them, or trying to win them back, but something that feels completely wrong? What if the secret to potentially rekindling a relationship or finding peace lies in doing absolutely nothing at all? Today, we're diving deep into the psychology behind why ignoring your ex actually works wonders. And trust me, the science behind this will blow your mind. I know what you're thinking right now. How can ignoring someone possibly be the answer when every fiber of your being is screaming to reach out? When you're lying awake at 3 a.m, scrolling through old photos, drafting texts you'll never send, and wondering if they're thinking about you too? The urge to contact your ex after a breakup is one of the most natural human responses, yet it might be the very thing sabotaging your chances of either getting them back or moving on successfully. Here's the thing that most people don't understand about human psychology. We are hardwired to want what we can't have, and we take for granted what's readily available to us. This isn't just relationship advice folklore. This is backed by decades of psychological research. You constantly reach out to your ex, when you're always available, when you're desperately trying to maintain connection, you're actually decreasing your value in their eyes without even realizing it. Think about it this way. Remember when you were a kid and your parents told you that you couldn't have something? What happened? You wanted it even more, right? That forbidden cookie became the most delicious thing in the world. That toy you couldn't touch suddenly became your most desired possession. The same principle applies to relationships, and it's called psychological reactance theory. When you ignore your ex, you're triggering something called the scarcity principle in their mind. Suddenly, you're not the person who's always there, always available, always trying to fix things. You become mysterious again. You become unavailable. And unavailability, whether we like it or not, increases desirability. It's not manipulative if you're doing it for the right reasons, and we'll get into what those right reasons are. But here's where most people get this completely wrong. They think ignoring their ex is about playing games or trying to manipulate them into coming back. That's not what this is about at all. The real power of ignoring your ex comes from what it does for you, not what it does to them. When you stop focusing all your energy on someone who's no longer in your life, something magical happens. Start focusing on yourself again. Let's talk about what happens in your brain during a breakup. When you lose someone you love, your brain literally goes through withdrawal. The same neural pathways that activate during drug withdrawal light up when you're separated from someone you've bonded with. This is why you feel that desperate urge to reach out, to get your fix, to feel connected again. But just like with any addiction, feeding that urge only makes the withdrawal last longer. When you ignore your ex, you're forcing your brain to rewire itself. You're breaking those addictive patterns and creating space for new neural pathways to form. This isn't just emotional healing, this is literal brain chemistry changing. The longer you maintain no contact, the more your brain adjusts to life without them, and the stronger you become as an individual. Now here's something fascinating that happens when you successfully ignore your ex for an extended period. You start to remember who you were before the relationship. You rediscover interests you'd forgotten about. You reconnect with friends you'd neglected. You start taking better care of yourself because you're not pouring all your emotional energy into someone else. And this transformation doesn't go unnoticed. People are naturally drawn to confidence and independence. When your ex sees you thriving without them, when they see you've moved on and are genuinely happy, it creates cognitive dissonance in their mind. They expected you to be broken, to be desperately trying to win them back. Instead, you're out there living your best life, and suddenly they start questioning their decision to let you go. But here's the beautiful plot twist in this whole scenario. By the time you've successfully ignored your ex long enough to genuinely heal and grow, you might not even want them back anymore. You might realize that the person you've become is too good for the relationship you had. You might discover that what you thought was love was actually just attachment or fear of being alone. This is why the no-contact rule works so well. It's not really about getting your ex back, although that sometimes happens as a side effect. It's about getting yourself back. It's about remembering your worth and rebuilding your life on a foundation that doesn't depend on another person's validation or presence. Let me share something that might surprise you. Studies show that people who maintain strict no contact after a breakup report higher levels of personal growth, better mental health outcomes, and more successful future relationships compared to those who try to remain friends or keep casual contact. The reason is simple. Clean breaks allow for complete healing. When you keep texting your ex, when you stalk their social media, when you try to maintain some kind of connection, you're keeping the wound fresh. You're preventing yourself from moving through the natural stages of grief and recovery. You're stuck in this limbo where you can't fully let go, but you can't move forward either. It's emotional purgatory, and it serves no one. Here's what typically happens when you implement a proper no-contact strategy. The first 2 weeks are brutal. Your brain is screaming for its fix. You'll have moments of weakness where you almost break. This is normal and expected. Push through it. Weeks 3 and 4 start getting easier. You begin developing new routines and habits that don't involve them. By month 2, you're starting to feel like yourself again. By month 3, you're genuinely thriving. And here's where it gets really interesting. If your ex is going to reach out, it usually happens somewhere between the 6-week and 3-month mark. They've given you space, they've probably dated other people, or at least considered it, and they realize that what they had with you was special. But here's the crucial part. By this time, you need to be in a place where their return is a nice surprise, not a desperate hope you've been clinging to. The most successful reconciliations happen when both people have grown independently and are choosing to come back together from a place of strength, not neediness. If they reach out and you're still the same person who was desperately trying to hold on to them 3 months ago, nothing has really changed. The same problems that led to the breakup will resurface. But what if they don't come back? What if ignoring them leads to permanent separation? Here's the truth that might be hard to hear. If ignoring them is enough to lose them forever, then you never really had them in the first place. Someone who truly loves you will fight for the relationship. They won't let silence be the end of your story. And if they do let it end that way, then you've just saved yourself from wasting more time with someone who wasn't fully committed to you anyway. The real magic of ignoring your ex isn't in the potential for reconciliation. It's in the person you become during the process. It's in strength you develop, the independence you cultivate, and the self-respect you rebuild. These are gifts that will serve you in every future relationship, whether it's with your ex or someone new who recognizes your worth. Remember, ignoring your ex isn't about punishment or playing hard to get. It's about self-preservation and growth. It's about choosing yourself for once instead of choosing them. It's about breaking the cycle of dependency and building a life so fulfilling that their presence becomes a bonus, not a necessity. So if you're watching this and you're struggling with the urge to reach out to your ex, remember this. Every time you don't text them, you're choosing your own healing. Every day you focus on yourself instead of them, you're building a stronger future. And every moment you resist the temptation to break no contact, you're proving to yourself that you're stronger than your circumstances. The surprising truth about why ignoring your ex works wonders isn't just about psychology or playing hard to get. It's about reclaiming your power, rediscovering your worth, and building a life so amazing that losing you becomes their loss, not yours. And that transformation? That's the real wonder that happens when you have the courage to turn away and focus on yourself instead.